Well, welcome to Maple Mountain High School, where tonight we have a great basketball game coming your way. It's the visiting Springville Red Devils and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Ryan Pickens alongside Jerry Huffman. And partner, it's been a while since we've seen each other.
I know, last month, I guess, wasn't it? Last year.
As we get set, ready to go, I guess we could say Happy New Year to everybody, but it's already a month in. So
yeah.
As we get set to go, always a good game, and the students are out. Everybody's ready to go for this one, Jerry. But really, when you talk about both these teams right now, both these teams needing a win for playoff position, and right now, especially if you're Maple Mountain, it might just be trying to find an identity.
Yeah, Springville at 2-2, Maple Mountain at 1-3. It does look like they're trying to find out who they are still. They get every night you never who's going to be the scorer. Some nights it's Dawson Hall, some nights Ethan Nelson, and then some nights it's the big one, Braxton Tanner. So we'll see what we get tonight.
It'll be interesting to see when you look at this Springville team, Jerry. This is a team that's coming off of a state championship. They had a lot of key components off that team, but they've lost. And really, their coaching staff and head coach Justin Snell is kind of rebuilding, but they put together a decent year so far.
They have. I mean, and Region 8 is the tough region this year with Tiffin Otis and Sky Ridge. Springville sits at 10-7, but they're 2-2 in region. You know, with coming off the run they had last year to be 2-2 in region, that's incredible.
And it's still relatively, I mean, you're getting to that halfway point through region play, and really if you're both of these teams, and especially right now, it's not really where you start, it's really where you end, and any team that gets into that 1 through 4 spot has a shot to win a state championship. But really, it's going to be a contrast of styles tonight. Well, we've seen Maple Mountain this year, Jerry, be successful. They've done what? They have pushed the tempo and gone for a layup every time.
Yeah, and I think they should push the tempo tonight, but they've got to be aware that Springville can do that to them too. So they need to push the tempo on offense and then get back quick on defense and make Springville play the half-court defense. Keep them under 60 points. If you keep them under 60 points, I think this Maple Mountain has a chance. And like I said before, if you look at the keys of the game, they need 2 or more double-digit scorers. They average about 1 double-digit scorer a game, but they need 2 or 3. When they have wins, they've had 3 people in double-digit scoring. And above all, they have to be physical inside. Maple Mountain's not the biggest team, but I see them in the weight room trying to get swole, but they need to use that down low to push bodies around and push the boundaries, make the refs call a foul or something like that.
It'll be interesting when you look at Springville, and we saw Maple Mountain Springville a couple, I believe both times last year. It was a very interesting matchup. They had a team that had a big physical presence in Andrew Slack. They had some good guards that could move the ball well. But one biggest thing, and you talked about it right there, and your key, keep Springville under 60, Jerry.
Yes.
They are a team that they're content to wait for their shot.
Yeah. If you can keep, not just under 60, but if you're within 5 the last 2 minutes of the ball game, you have a chance. You can't get blown away and let Springville just run away third quarter. I've seen that happen in the Tiffin Otis game, and that Maple Mountain's getting good shots, but they just weren't falling. They like the 3 ball, but if you live by the 3 ball, you also die by it. So we'll see what they come out with tonight.
It'll be interesting to see a very good crowd beginning to kind of file in for this one. And Jerry, we've talked about it before. There's some unusual things that happen. Always generally a good game when these two teams get together. We wouldn't think anything different tonight.
No, and these kids have played AAU ball all the way since the 5th grade. So they know each other very well. They know what to expect. There's nothing hidden here. Everyone knows each other. And because of that, you'll see a lot of friendship on the court between the teams. But, you'll see a lot of animosity as well. And hopefully that doesn't get the better of the players, especially if things kind of get out of hand. I think the refs are going to step in really quick if we see any of that.
And we'll kind of see, because how they generally call it early is how they'll call it as the game goes on. Biggest thing you want tonight, put on your coach's hat. Biggest thing for the officials tonight, true or false, consistency.
Oh, always consistency in any sport. if you call it one way for one team, you got to call it the other way. It doesn't mean that if one team has 10 fouls and the other has 2, you're doing something wrong. Just call the same type of fouls, so everyone on the court knows how to play. You set the tone, and that's the tone we're going to have for the whole game.
And that sounds like something we have coming up here. We're a couple of minutes away from tip here on Spanish Fork 17. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem, we'll have starting lineups, and we'll have the opening tip-off. You're watching High School Hoops here on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Come to Dickerson Automotive for all your car repair and maintenance needs. Now is a great time to make sure your car is ready for these cold winter months. We take the time to get to know you and your car to give you peace of mind. Dickerson Automotive, located way north on Main in Spanish Fork.
About ready here for starting lineups here on Spanish Fork 17. A new addition that we haven't seen in a while: the American flag lowering from center court.
That's nice.
That's a cool new addition.
I just know that one of these days it's going to come down and get stuck, and the ball game's going to have to be put up. I pray that doesn't happen, but Murphy's Law.
And so we'll kind of see here right now as we'll get set and ready to go here for the national anthem. Springville and Maple Mountain just about set and ready to go. It should be fun to kind of see this one. A key contest here in the early going of this league contest. We talked about the keys to the game, Jerry, but right now we're going to pause here for the national anthem here on Spanish Fork 17. Well, maybe the one thing that the two student sections will agree on for the next couple of hours is the chant of USA. But now, Jerry, for the next hour and a half, these two teams will be playing very hard and looking for a big Region 8 victory.
Oh yeah, Maple Mountain needs this win. They need to get to at least 2 and 3 to have a chance to make the playoffs, or at least for a playing game. They need this one. They have Wasatch coming up, which hasn't won a region game yet. So you think 2 wins in a row to even them up going into that second half of the region play. They need it.
Now we'll take a look. The starting lineup going on right now for Springville, and they're definitely led by one of the returning guys off this last year's club, Jerry, and that is going to be Ben Schreiner.
Oh yeah, 15 points a game. The kid is a force to be reckoned with. He'll take it inside. He'll stop and pop. But I'm looking forward to watching Spencer Livesey in the middle. 6'7". 6'7". I like watching those big guys play down low and see if Maple Mountain has an answer for it.
Most of the lights are going off here at Maple Mountain right now as the Golden Eagles will get ready. The student section very excited here as right now getting ready to go, as it will be Dawson Hall who will be announced first, the 5'7" senior guard here for Maple Mountain. And he's really going to have to pace the offense tonight.
He's going to have to. He's been the scorer the last couple of games. He averages about 10 points a game, and he's going to need to at least double that tonight.
It will be interesting to see right now. Nathaniel Hales will start a guard as well, number 2, as it will be Parker Farnworth will start in at power forward, the junior.
That's an interesting move. I think that is a direct response to the 6'7" Spencer Livesey in the middle.
And we talked earlier about Braxton Tanner, the sophomore right now, coming in the leading scorer for Maple Mountain. You have to think that he's going to have to get some early touches tonight, and maybe a welcome addition too, since last time I've seen Maple Mountain is Ethan Nelson.
Yeah, Ethan Nelson, he's been averaging about 9 points a game. Catches fire sometimes, so we said that we're going to have multiple double-digit score, and Ethan Nelson has to be one of those.
So it'll be interesting to see right now. We are set and ready to go. The starting lineup for Springville, we didn't quite get that one to you. Starting a guard, a 6'3" senior will be Jesse Hollinger, a 6'1" senior Ben Schreiner, and also starting a 6'1" senior guard Spencer Livesey. The forwards will be a 6'1" senior Dallin Packer and a 6'3" senior Aiden Erickson. And I'm sorry, I'm going to correct that there. That is not going to be Dallin Packer. That is going to be number 22, Mark Gallagher, a 6'7" senior.
So at the beginning, there's just a little bit of gamesmanship. When Maple Mountain was all huddled up, Schreiner was in front of that whole pack just posing. So it's already begun.
As Springville wins the opening tip, and we're underway here in the top of the first quarter. I'm getting already ready for baseball. It's too warm outside, Jerry.
You must be in a different place than I am, because it's still cold.
Jesse Hollinger, number 4, with the basketball up at the top of the key for Springville. Here's Ben Schreiner, one of his first touches.
Look at that battle down low. Look at that battle down low. I like it. That's what they need.
Here's Hollinger, can't get it to go. Rebound control by Maple Mountain.
Farnsworth disrupted that shot. Exactly what Maple Mountain needs.
As Springville will begin to jump right now. And here is Braxton Tanner with the basketball. Going around the screen in the middle. Here's going to be Farnworth back at the top. Here's Hall. You might see Farnworth work a little more from that key, Jerry, to try to drag Gallagher out.
Exactly. I think that's the plan. Looks like Springville, though, is wanting to stick with kind of a matchup. No, they're in man-to-man defense.
Braxton Tanner guarded by number 21, Aiden Erickson, the senior. That could be an interesting matchup tonight. Farnworth with the basketball. We're going to get a whistle inside, and we'll get our first foul of the game here with 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first. And they're going to get Jesse Hollinger. That's his first personal.
Yeah, he's got the matchup against Braxton Tanner and trying to shut down Maple Mountain's leading scorer. So
6:45 to play here in the first quarter. Here's Dawson Hall, number 1, with the basketball. Springville switching almost on every screen. Keep an eye on that. That might open some mismatches. Braxton Tanner to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Yeah. Hall with the rebound, and he'll pull it out for Maple Mountain. Ethan Nelson, number 23, over to Nathaniel Hales. He'll take a 3. That one's good for Nathaniel Hales.
Well, there's a little contact on the inside with Braxton Tanner's layup. Refs are going to let that go.
We'll see it at least go early on. That one's knocked away in the backcourt, almost stolen by Nelson. Here's Schreiner, and they'll pull it back up to the top here with 6:02 to play in the first quarter. A 3-0 lead for Maple Mountain.
You know, it looks like Schreiner grabbed an arm and pulled it back with no call. They're going to let him play. I like it.
Aiden Erickson off with the 3. Gallagher tries to get the rebound. It's tipped around and controlled. And here comes Maple Mountain the other way, but the ball is lost. A big push off there by Springville. Aiden Erickson might have gotten away with one. Here's Gallagher, and there's going to be a foul on the other end on Farnworth.
That's a smart play, getting Farnsworth up in the air. And that was poked away from behind by Hollinger on that transition.
The first team foul against Maple Mountain, the first against Parker Farnworth, and Gallagher to the free throw line misses the first. Gallagher here will get a second. Here already you can tell in the first about a little over two minutes and change. a back and forth
Lane
battle.
Looked like a lane violation.
And they're going to get a foul,
foul.
and they're going to get Parker Farnworth, and that's his second.
Oh, I think they said 14.
Did they?
Is it 14?
I thought it was a 2 ones they put up. They haven't put anything on the scoreboard. Maybe it was just the lane violation. And Gallagher is able to convert.
Lane violation on number 14. There was actually 3 Maple Mountain players in the lane.
Could have called it on any one of them,
Yeah.
Jerry. Nathaniel Hales with the basketball, gets it up to the top. Here's Braxton Tanner one-on-one against Hollinger. Down the middle of the lane. Hall, that one's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it's last touch there by Ben Schreiner. The 6'1 senior guard getting his hands, active hands early on by Schreiner. 3-1 lead right now, Maple Mountain. First quarter. Nathaniel Hales with the basketball. And Hales goes right up in there inside. Farnworth can't get it to go. Fighting for his own rebound inside. And here's Hollinger. Springville wanting to push it here in the early going.
Everybody left Hales. He had an opening shot and tossed it to Farnsworth.
Gets it outside, Aiden Erickson. Here's a 3, Hollinger. That one is off. A big rebound, Ethan Nelson skying high for that one. Hales to the hoop, lays it up, can't get it to go. And Hollinger pulls the rebound back the other way. Hollinger running with Schreiner, puts his spins, pulls up, can't get it to go, tip. And it's going to be last tip, and it will go to Maple Mountain.
Hey, Springville completely willing to play Maple Mountain's game of run and gun.
Senior Devin McQuivy off the bench for Maple Mountain. Parker Farnworth will go to the bench.
The quiver, Devin McQuivy. Love that kid.
As Nathaniel Hales will bring up the basketball here for Maple Mountain. Hales number 2. Dawson Hall now with the basketball. Here's Braxton Tanner. Hasn't gotten a good look here in the early going. Gets it in the middle. Here's McQuivy up over someone. That was tipped around and controlled. Here's Aiden Erickson. And back into the front court. Here comes Springville. Trying to get it inside the block against Gallagher. That one put too far out in front. Springville, I think, wanting a foul there against Maple Mountain.
Yeah,
but
he kind of got under him, but hey, the refs are letting him play. And 3-1 halfway through the first quarter, I think this is exactly what Maple Mountain wants.
Last year we had a 46-45 game up at Springville. That ended up being a game to decide pretty much the Region 8 championship. Maple Mountain winning the coin toss later on. Here's Ethan Nelson going right against Gallagher. Goes up. Gallagher got all ball. Nelson, however, turns the ball over. Loose ball. Braxton Tanner. And there's going to be, it looks like, a foul coming against Springville inside. And the Red Devils right here will get, I think, as that.
That's Hollinger, his second.
Second team foul, the second against Hollinger, and the first real big decision for Justin Snell. Do you go right at Hollinger again?
I think so.
Down the lane, this time we're going to get a foul against Springville. I think they're going to get Gallagher. That's his first.
22. Wow, if you can get him in foul trouble, that's huge. I mean, 6'7". 6'7" here is just dominating.
We saw last year the kid Matthew Van Coleman from Pleasant Grove at 7'3", I think.
Yep.
And he just dominated the paint inside.
He didn't even have to jump.
Dawson Hall will pull it out right now. Maple Mountain being content here to wait for a good look.
Look at the matchup. Hall on Gallagher.
Nathaniel Hales takes the 3. That one's way off. Gallagher saves it at the last second. Up ahead, here's Schreiner. He pulls up, banks it home. No, rebound pulled down by Braxton Tanner.
Wow, that's rare for Schreiner.
Here's Dawson Hall. Hall goes to the basket. Left-hand layup is good. Gets it up over Gallagher.
That's exactly what Maple Mountain needs.
I'm surprised as Schreiner goes in, and they're going to wave off the basket. They're going to say the foul happened on the ground. I'm surprised at how much Springville is wanting to push the tempo.
Yeah, I mean, that's their game. They have the speed, they have the size. Even their size is willing to run.
Ethan Nelson picking up the foul. So Nelson will and McQuivy go to the bench. I think it's Vicentin coming in.
Another sophomore.
And then I want to say here, and there's going to be a foul there on the inbound. Marcus Kromenhoek, number 12, also the one coming in. Right here.
That's on Nathaniel Hales right there.
5-1 lead, Maple Mountain, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Nice defense by Croman Hook.
Hollinger kicks it out. Here's Schreiner. Now they'll pull it back out. Hollinger in there with 2 fouls right now. It will be interesting to see how long he stays on the floor with those 2 fouls.
I think he's coming out right now.
That one's knocked away. Up ahead of the pack. Hall will smartly pull that one out, and they'll set the offense up.
You got Croman. Oh, you had Croman Hook in the corner.
Braxton Tanner, Gallagher out on him. Be interesting to see if what they would do on a screen set right now by Vicentin is if they would switch on Hall. Here's Croman Hook, taking it to the basket. He'll pull up and hits the 2-pointer up over Livesey.
The hook, Croman Hook.
2 points for Marcus Croman Hook. Maple Mountain by 6 here in the first quarter. Here's Schreiner, number 11, with the basketball. Goes up strong, and that one's not going to go. Rebound put back in, however, by Aiden Erickson.
Erickson taking out the trash.
Back the other way. Here's Hall, picked up by Erickson. Vicentin acted like he might pop a 3, and that one is going to be long there for Croman Hook. And Hollinger, it looks like, might have touched it before it went out of bounds, and it will go back to Maple Mountain.
At least the ball is bouncing Maple Mountain's way in the first quarter.
And now, just like you said, Jerry, out of the ball game comes Hollinger, and a couple of substitutions. Clayton Johnson coming in, and number 5, Peyton Murphy coming in. Murphy just a sophomore for Springville. 7-3 Maple Mountain here at home. First quarter here on Spanish Fork 17. Thanks for tuning in here on a Tuesday night. Croman Hook with the basketball.
There's a pick.
Logan Green, number 0, off the bench for Maple Mountain.
Oh.
And there's going to be a travel, and this one's going to go right now. It'll be a turnover. That's one thing Maple Mountain, Jerry, cannot do.
Cannot have those.
Give too many extra possessions to Springville.
That was a problem earlier in the year. Bit them in a few games, but they seem to have control of that here lately.
Moving the basketball here, Schreiner in the corner. It's Livesey back up to the top. Schreiner splits the defense, floats that one up over Vicentin, and they're going to get a one there. Vicentin came out and made contact with Schreiner.
Well, that's a sophomore mistake to swing through the ball. Gives him a chance for an and one.
And an opportunity now to get the lead back within 1 here with 40 seconds to play in the first quarter.
It was 71 just a minute ago.
A quick 5-0 and make it a 6-0 run right now here for Springville. Has it back within 1.
And that's the first 3 points for Schreiner.
Croman Hook left wide open on the other end, hits.
The dagger, Croman Hook.
And Justin Snell quickly telling his offense, hey, slow it down. Probably going to play for one shot here with 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Surprise trap from Maple Mountain. Someone's got to be open.
And Springville, I think Maple Mountain there is going to give them the open look right there to Clayton Johnson, but Johnson pulls it back out. And with 6 seconds, it's Schreiner. Here's a look for Peyton Murphy. That one is up. Maple Mountain still has a shot. They got to get it off, and they'll run out before Croman Hook. I don't think he knew how much time was on the clock, and that's the way the first quarter ends. At the end of 1 here from Maple Mountain High School, it's the Golden Eagles 10, the Springville Red Devils 6. You're watching high school hoops here on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Come to Dickerson Automotive for all your car repair and maintenance needs. Now is a great time to make sure your car is ready for these cold winter months. We take the time to get to know you and your car to give you peace of mind. Dickerson Automotive, located way north on Main in Spanish Fork. Well, start of the second quarter here on Spanish Fork 17.
Happy Tuesday evening to everybody. Ryan Pickens and Jerry Huffman here as Maple Mountain and Springville, a 10-6 lead for Maple Mountain. And Jerry, you take a look. We talked a lot about this one before and just how Springville on paper probably had the opportunity to take control of this one, but Maple Mountain really doing a nice job in that first quarter.
You know, they're coming into a hostile environment, kind of tense. I expect to have them that worked out in the second quarter, and I expect a run from Springville. But Maple Mountain right now leads 10-6.
And Ben Schreiner there going to get called for the foul as he made just a little too much contact there. The first on Schreiner, the fourth team foul against Springville. And with 7:52 to go here in the second quarter, Maple Mountain will inbound the basketball here, a chance to extend their lead. Croman Hook with the basketball up at the top. Here's Nathaniel Hales. Goes around the screen. Maple Mountain here. Logan Green, number 0, with the basketball. Springville playing some very tight and close defense here. Not giving a lot of open space to Maple Mountain. Nathaniel Hales to the basket, up, over, can't get it to go. And Johnson there to pull the rebound. Gets it out quickly to Peyton Murphy.
You know, I'd like to see some screens off the ball from Maple Mountain. They're screening the guy with the ball, but you're screening off the ball. That's a little more unexpected. You can get some easy open shots.
And unexpected there was a pass that nobody was home. And that will be a turnover.
Springville's coaches, what are you doing? Not happy with that one. Unforced errors. It's a killer.
Aiden Erickson back in for Springville, and it'll be Clayton Johnson to go to the bench here for the Red Devils. Maple Mountain has Nelson on the floor with Croman Hook, Nathaniel Hales, Logan Green, and number 11, Parker Farnworth back in. Here's Nathaniel Hales, number 2, with the basketball up at the top. Farnworth fighting for position. Here's Nelson to the basket, can't get it to go. Coming back the other way. Here's Schreiner trying to go coast to coast. There's going to be a blocking foul. That's going to be called on Logan Green. That will be his first. And the 15th foul.
You know, Maple Mountain or Springville not taking advantage of the miscues from Maple Mountain and vice versa.
And the first one there misses long for Ben Schreiner. Springville right now on the floor has Spencer Livesey, Peyton Murphy, Ben Schreiner, Gallagher on the floor, and Aiden Erickson. 3-point lead after Schreiner hits the second. Nathaniel Hales, number 2, with the basketball. Up at the top of the key, sets it up. Here's a good look there, I believe, for Croman Hook, but he misses that one long. And Schreiner controls the offense for Springville, coming the other way, and he loses
defense by Ethan Nelson.
Hales going coast to coast behind the back, just drops it right there to Croman Hook.
That was
Lance
awesome.
Wilson, State Farm assist right there. Really on the same play, you could give him Mikel Christiansen and Wise attorneys at law. Great defensive play to Ethan Nelson.
I saw him peek. I thought he missed it, and then out of the blue, there it goes behind his neck.
5-point lead right now for Maple Mountain. Schreiner going against Nelson, and Nelson again knocks it away from Schreiner. Schreiner on the perimeter trying to go around Nelson. This time again, nothing happening. They'll kick it back out. Schreiner right against Nelson. This time it's thrown away. Here comes Logan Green, coast to coast, lays it up and missed it. Right there, Farnworth can't put it back, and there's going to be a foul now.
I thought Farnworth was going to throw it down. Ethan Nelson is a man on defense. He reminds me a little bit of Dawson Bueller last year, who had the speed, the quickness, and those long, lanky arms, just getting in the way of everything.
Aiden Erickson will pick up the foul, his first, the 15th foul. Now we'll see Hollinger back in the ball game. Now he's in there with 2 fouls right now, something to keep in mind. And he's guarding Dawson Hall, so watch some kind of a matchup here to get the ball to Dawson Hall.
Almost taken away by Hollinger.
Down the lane, Hales inside, kicks it out. Hall guarded by Gallagher, pops the deep
Step
three.
Back.
Can't get it to go, and there's going to be a foul here, but it's going to be here against, we'll see who they're going to get. Hollinger was there. It won't be Hollinger. I believe it was Aiden Erickson, and that's a quick 2 on Erickson.
You know, that's what Maple Mountain was missing earlier in the season. Was that hustle from Ethan. I mean, he was out with an injury with his shoulder. And since he's been back, man, he's breathed new life.
Very good to have Ethan Nelson back here on the court. Nelson with the basketball right now for Maple Mountain. 5 minutes to play before halftime. Nelson controlling it right now. They'll get it over. Here's Braxton Tanner.
We need some scores. We need some scoring by Braxton Tanner. Isolate him and just let him go to work.
Here's Hall, guarded by Peyton Murphy. Tries to get it inside. McQuivy had it knocked away, but somehow going to find Nelson. Reverse layup, couldn't finish. And right there to pull the rebound is Mark Gallagher. And now I think Springville wants to slow the tempo down just a tad here with 4:25 to go in the first half. A 12-7 lead right now. Gets it outside. Here's a 3 for Erickson.
Way
that one
off.
is off. Tipped around, and Ethan Nelson grabs the rebound.
Good box out by McQuivy on Gallagher.
Hall steps through, tried to finish inside, just kind of threw it up, and Hall knocks it away from behind. Maple Mountain an opportunity to reset. Hall will try it again against Hollinger. Now he'll back it out and reset it to Nathaniel Hales.
Man, Hales needs to be trailing a little faster than that.
Hall ready to go. Here's McQuivy in the high post.
Right now, Maple Mountain looks like they want it more.
Hales to the basket, up over Erickson, gets it to go.
Oh, I love it when the smaller guys get in there to the rim.
A 7-point lead for Maple Mountain. Springville's offense has been really slowed down tonight right now by Maple Mountain. Here's Hollinger with the basketball. Goes around the screen, takes it, and he can't get that one to go. Nelson again there, pulls the rebound.
Great defense by Braxton Tanner, getting a hand in his face. Nothing's free.
Hall right now guarded by Hollinger. Here's Braxton Tanner. Goes up, may have gotten some contact, no call. Tanner comes away with the ball outside to Dawson Hall.
Oh, that's lucky that wasn't a travel call. He took a few steps on that one.
Nathaniel Hales will pull it out. Marcus Kromenhoek's gotten to the bench, as has, I believe, Zach Vicentin.
Taking.
Nelson going against Hollinger, in there with 2. Goes up and he puts it up.
Are you kidding me?
He drew some contact there. I think he was looking for the foul, and then I think he realized, I'm going to travel, and just threw it up.
Ethan Nelson with the crusty face puts it in.
On the other end, I believe it's Hollinger.
Hollinger answers right back.
Maple Mountain now looking to run. Here's Hall against Erickson, out to Nelson. Nelson lost it from behind, but right into the hands of Braxton Tanner.
I like that. Braxton Tanner could have taken him one-on-one.
Here's Hales now, guarded by Hollinger. Hales is going to be off with a 3. Erickson pulls it down, and now it will be Jesse Hollinger here, a chance to maybe kind of get this game a little back more into control of Springville. The Red Devils having a hard time here establishing any kind of momentum. Here's Gallagher inside. Erickson to the basket.
Oh,
got
nice
it blocked from behind.
Was that Hales? Mighty might. I like it.
Inside. Here's Nelson. He will lay it in for 2 on the other end.
I think right now Springville is just, it's like they got punched in the mouth. They're a little dazed. And no timeout from the coach.
Here's Hollinger against Hall, and he loses it off of
his own foot.
And that will go to Maple Mountain. And the dangerous thing, Jerry, is when you take a look at this, you're on the road. You're in a let's just call this hostile environment.
Oh, it's hostile.
And now you're losing, and you're putting a team right now that has all the momentum. And right now, you have no answer for Springville.
Yeah, this is not the Springville that I've seen. I expect them to come alive any time, and Maple Mountain has to be prepared for that. But as for now, it's everything's coming up Maple Mountain.
Logan Green inside. Braxton Tanner guarded by 3 guys.
Way to take it. Good take.
And we'll see who gets the foul right here. It's going to go, I believe, against
Erickson. Did they say Erickson? No, 12.
And that is going to be
Packer.
Dallin Packer, his first. 7th team foul against Springville. Maple Mountain shooting free throws the rest of the half.
Oh, I thought that was going to come up short. Braxton Tanner is on the board.
Tanner averaging about 15 a game for Maple Mountain. Sorry, 12 a game. And now he's got his first 2 of the evening.
Got to start somewhere. You can't hold the kid down very long.
And now here comes the press. Almost threw it away. Schreiner able to go get it, though.
Do they have Mr. Basketball in Utah? Do they have Utah Mr. Basketball?
I think they do. I think they have one in every state.
I'm telling you, by the time that kid is a senior, he's going to be a candidate for Mr. Basketball. He is a pure basketball player. It is so much fun to watch. Fundamentally correct and just smooth. And he's just a sophomore.
40.
And Maple Mountain has a freshman as well that plays for the varsity, Tyler Nelson.
A 3 on the other end is good for Cooper Riggs. A big bucket right there for the final 30 seconds. And now I think head coach Johnny Avery going to say, hey, let's
take the
play
last
for
shot.
one.
Hopefully take a double-digit lead into the locker room.
Logan Green controls it back at the top. 18 seconds to play in the half. A 20-12 lead for
Springville's not content to just let them run it out. They're playing them tough. I love this.
Here's Dawson Hall.
Oh, nice.
There's the feed to Braxton Tanner. Lost it on the way up, but Schreiner, I think, is going to commit the foul.
That's his second foul. Schreiner grabbed his arm. He actually didn't have much control of the ball. He was trying to get it back when Schreiner came down on his arm.
The tough part with that is that's a tough foul if you're Ben Schreiner to pick up your second.
With 3 seconds left to go in the half, I mean, he's the big guy for Springville. And now Tanner with 3.
And we'll see. Sometimes getting to the free throw line a couple times gets a score going.
It does.
Braxton Tanner now with 4.
Gives him a little confidence. 4 for 4. Nice job, Braxton Tanner.
And Spencer Griffin, the senior, will check in for Maple Mountain.
I'm going to go ahead and start calling him Mr. Basketball right now. I'm going to start lobbying for him. Sophomore year, Mr. Basketball. Braxton Tanner.
2 seconds on the clock, and Spencer Griffin, number 21, commits the foul in the backcourt, which is interesting. You have a foul to give right there.
Yeah, I think that's what he's put in for. Hey, go foul that guy. You've got one foul to give. Can't take him home with you.
1.3, Schreiner at the buzzer, and he
Schreiner
almost got it. Boy.
That would have given a little bit of life going to the locker room for Springville.
I don't know how he got that off because he was away from the basket, had to turn and square and get it off.
It's Ben Schreiner. That kid can play.
A very good attempt there, but we've hit the first half, the end of the first half here at Maple Mountain. It's the Golden Eagles 22, Springville 12. You're watching high school basketball, Spanish 417.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
As we welcome everybody back here to Maple Mountain High School right now, it's a 22-12 lead at the half. We have the Elevates coming up for you here at Maple Mountain High School, so we will join the halftime here. You're watching high school basketball in Spanish 417.
Once again, a quick bracket. First half prize giveaway winner was Piper Morrison. Come over and get your prize, Piper.
Well, we welcome everybody back here on Spanish Fork 17. Ryan Pickens alongside Jerry Huffman as we get ready here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll recap our Triple T heating, cooling, and plumbing keys to the game and get you ready for the second half. You're watching high school basketball here on Spanish Fork 17.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Well, I love it.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Well, we're getting ready for the start of the third quarter here on Spanish Fork 17. Ryan Pickens and Jerry Huffman here. And Jerry, you're talking about that first half. Maybe not what a lot of people expected, but right now you might be able to tell Justin Snell keeping Springville in the locker room a long time in that 10 minutes. Right now, Springville has some big adjustments to look at here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest adjustment they need is hustle play. I mean, let's go over the keys of the game. Keep Springville under 60 points. I mean, that would be about 30 points the first half. Check. Push tempo on offense. Check. Two or more double-digit scores. Well, you've got Nathaniel Hales with 7 and Ethan Nelson with 4 and Braxton Tanner with 4 on their way to double-digit scores and being physical. They are challenging, especially on offense, bodying up Mark Gallagher on the inside and not and not giving anything up. And the biggest thing I see, difference that I saw in the Timpanogos game, is they are not settling for three-point shots. They are attacking that rim, and come what may, we're going to drive it in here, make the refs call a foul or lay it up. And they're getting offensive rebounds, which is crazy. I mean, on paper, Springville with Gallagher at 6-7 down low should be able to clean that board.
I don't even think Gallagher scored in that first half.
No, he didn't. And Hale scored on him. Hall scored on him. I mean, the little guys taking it inside at will.
And that's just the thing that's interesting is you have those guys, and they're not scared. They're going right at them. And so it's interesting to see maybe Coach Averett saw something that he kind of liked right now about those matchups.
He's a smart dude. He is a smart dude. I like the Farnsworth, the chasing out Cromanhook for Farnsworth to start the first half and the second half on Gallagher. He's just a little bigger, more physical, and he can test shots.
And you've seen a rotation of guys through there, whether it's Gallagher, whether it's a couple of others. Right now is Springville with the basketball open the third quarter. Here's Schreiner double-teamed in the corner. Trying to run away from Ethan Nelson.
Everyone knows Springville's going to make a run, but will Maple Mountain be able to handle it?
Schreiner there with the putback on the rebound, and Springville scores first here in the second half.
Yep, that gives him 6 points.
22-14 right now.
The kid is an amazing player. You can't keep him. You can't keep him down for long. He's going to get his points.
I think it's just containing it where it doesn't come all in a big run or in big spurts.
And answering it so you don't get in a panic situation and get down by a whole bunch.
Here's Dawson Hall, number 1, with the basketball.
See, Maple Mountain's playing really slow, a lot slower than they played in the first half.
Going right against Hollinger, and Hall banks it in.
And as soon as I say that, there goes Dawson Hall, shutting me up. I love it.
Hollinger has got 2 quick fouls in that first half and spent a good portion of the second quarter on the bench. Cross-court pass. Here's Lipsy. He's had a quiet first half. That one's going to be tipped around. It's going to stay here with with Springville.
Yeah, every ball, though, every rebound being contested by Maple Mountain.
And it'll be Schreiner set to inbound. Here's Hollinger. Going against Hall, just kind of pulls up, can't get that one to go, and Ethan Nelson flies in for the rebound. And Nelson has to have close to 5, maybe 6 rebounds tonight.
Yep, it's like Maple Mountain went to the Wizard of Oz and said, I need a heart. And he said, here you go. And they've been playing with a lot of heart this game.
Here's Hales against Gallagher. He'll pull it out, almost lost control of the basketball.
All right, Fancy.
Down by 10, here's Hall, and he's going to be
fouled. Drawing
fouled.
the foul. Is that going to be on number 4 again? It is on number 4. So that's 3 on Hollinger.
The first team foul here in the second half on Hollinger.
So there's 2 on Schreiner, 3 on Hollinger, 2 on Erickson. Those are 3 of the starters.
And Hall misses the first free throw.
He's been a little iffy on free throws all year.
So it'll be interesting right now to see here how they handle it as Hall hits the second. 25-14 lead right now for Maple Mountain. Here's Hollinger guarded by Hall.
My gut is in a knot, knowing that Springville's going to make a run, but hoping they don't.
Schreiner with the spin, and Farnsworth blocks it, but it looks like
it was on the way down. I think they're just calling. Are they calling a foul?
I
think they're called goaltending because it looked like on the way down.
They're going to get a foul, and they're going to give Farnsworth.
I didn't think he got any body on that. I would love to see a replay on that one.
As Schreiner will get ready to go here at the free throw line. And Schreiner gets the first one to go.
That's 7 points now for Schreiner.
He averages about 15 or so. Right here as Schreiner's second one is good as well. 20, and that cuts the lead down to 9 here for
It's creeping up there.
You just have to protect against the big run.
Yep. You got to play like you're behind if you're Maple Mountain.
Nelson pulls it out here for Maple Mountain.
Trying to kill some clock.
Here's Dawson Hall, number 1. Controlling the basketball down into the corner.
Mr. Basketball, a little long. It's going to stick. It's going to stick.
Up ahead, here's Lipsy, takes it to the basket, and that one's going to be long. There's a whistle. There's going to be a foul here against Maple Mountain, it looks like.
That's going to be on number 2, Nathaniel Hales, his second. I must have missed that one.
As Spencer Lipsy will head to the line here to shoot 2. First one is good for Lipsy.
First points of the game for Lipsy. He averages about 11 points a game.
Lipsy ready to go here for his second. He had a very quiet first half. And just like that, Jerry, Springville's quickly cut into the lead here.
7 points. Maybe more comfortable with 10 again. And Coleman Hook looks to be checking in for the Golden Eagles.
That will give them a little bit of their outside threat for sure.
Give Farnsworth a little break. He's working hard inside, and Hall barely misses the 3.
Hall can't get it to go. Up ahead of the pack.
Okay, let's not start relying on the 3 ball.
Lipsy hits it in the corner, and Springville has some life here.
Just like you said, sometimes the free throws will get a shooter going.
And a turnover, or a timeout called by head coach Johnny Averett.
Smart timeout.
He wants to talk about it.
Smart timeout.
Let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible here tonight.
Hey, we got the Tony Bassel Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Jack's Pizza, Mikhail Christiansen and Wise, and Dickerson Automotive. And of course, as always, as you enjoy this broadcast, we invite you to follow our pages on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to keep up with the latest shows, live broadcasts, and our SF17 staff. Just look for Spanish Fork 17. Do we got handles on that? Do we have handles on the SF17 yet? Do we have ats yet? At name brand on our 17? I don't know. I don't want to know what the fans want to say to us, so probably keep it general.
It would probably start with Jerry's awesome. Ready to go here.
I don't mind that.
4:35 to go, third quarter, 25-21 right now in favor of Maple Mountain as Dawson Hall has the basketball for the Golden Eagles.
Still a lot of pep in Maple Mountain's step.
Nathaniel Hales now, number 2, over in the corner. Here's Croman Hook. Here's Braxton Tanner.
Partially
that
blocked.
One.
Yep.
And back the other way. Here comes Springville. Schreiner. Cross-court pass. Lipsy.
You can see the life in Springville. It's coming back. Oh.
Going all the way. Hollinger.
Great screen by Gallagher. Pinned 2 Maple Mountain defenders.
And just like that, a 2-point game. The Springville student section jumping right now, 25-23.
The momentum is a tangible beast, and right now, that beast belongs to Springville.
Here's a 3 for Hales. That one is long. Rebound controlled by Aiden Erickson. And back the other way is Schreiner going coast to coast.
Nice block by Croman Hook. Bited him up to start his advance, and then jumped at the right time to get it. And right now, Maple Mountain is settling for those 3-point shots, and that cannot happen.
Back out Nathaniel Hales. They'll kind of reset the offense here. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. 25-23 lead for Maple Mountain. Here's Hall for a deep 3. Got it.
Shoot, good. Dawson Hall with his, looks like his 8th point of the game.
Schreiner with the spin move gets the roll. Second time we've seen that quick spin move from Schreiner. And Braxton Tanner the other way is fouled as he lays it in.
I think that's coming on Gallagher, probably his second. The ref puts up a deuce. Yep. Gallagher.
In this game, we've seen times where both coaches have said, okay, slow it down. And we've seen times where both coaches said, let's run.
You know, and the kids were like, I'm running no matter what.
A little bit of some contrasting styles here.
Braxton Tanner now with, he has 4 points so far, all from free throws.
So Braxton Tanner ready to go here. And he gets the first one to roll. Extends the lead, makes it a 2-possession game now.
I don't want to jinx him. As Vicentin comes in for Farnsworth. Great job by Farnsworth down low.
Clayton Johnson comes in for Aiden Erickson. Erickson playing with 3 fouls for Springville, and Braxton Tanner hits the
perfect
second.
From the line.
30-25 right now for Hollinger, who has the basketball.
And we got fans talking across the court now.
Lipsy hits again in the other corner.
Man. 2 free throws and 2 3-pointers for Livesey.
Livesey is really heated up here in the third quarter. Deep
that's
three
a
for
wave.
Nelson. Vicentin gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled, and they might have gotten Gallagher.
I think it was Livesey. If it's Gallagher, then they're in trouble.
That's the third on Gallagher.
Oh, it is Gallagher. Woo. So Vicentin coming down with a key rebound, but that 3-pointer by Cromanhook, that was beyond NBA 3.
That's kind of a desperation, or we're up pretty big, I can shoot this.
That's the end of the shot clock kind of thing, and of course we know there is no shot clock in high school basketball. Still going to stay on that pet peeve of mine.
I was talking to a good friend of ours before the game as Vicentin couldn't get it to go. And I said over under. Jerry says talks about the shot clock three or more times. That one couldn't get it to go. Gallagher couldn't finish.
Wow, Johnson blocked his own man on that. I'm glad they're okay.
And
went
now,
right into Gallagher's knees.
Now the game's starting to get physical. Dawson Hall.
What is with the deep NBA 3-pointers?
And that one's going to go out of bounds. It will stay with Springville as Aiden Erickson comes back in. Clayton Johnson will go back to the bench. So a rotation of about 7 guys for each squad here as we play with 1:51 to go in the third quarter.
What is the adoption of the NBA 3? I mean, what is the love of that in high school basketball? As you get out from the high school 3-point line, the percentage goes down.
Vicentin inside gets it to go.
And that's a high percentage shot by Zach Vicentin. That's what Maple Mountain needs.
You have to wonder, Gallagher inside there kind of had to back off, didn't want to pick up his fourth.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Take it right at Gallagher.
And there's going to be there will be an offensive foul.
Oh, that's on 20.
Going to be on Lindsay.
I got that as his first, so.
And that's the 4th team foul right now with 1:21 to play here in the third quarter. 32-28.
Seems like the refs are calling it just a little bit tighter this second half. Maybe the battles down low are getting too testy.
Here's Hales, a deep 3. That one was short. Rebound pulled by Erickson. There's going to be a foul. Justin Snell quickly jumped up off the bench there looking for the foul.
Yeah, Hall with the tomahawk from behind gets his first foul. He knows that's a dumb foul, but they have a few more to give.
4-point lead for Maple Mountain. We knew this was going to be a battle. It always is when these two schools get together. 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hollinger with the basketball. Here's Schreiner. Hollinger inside. May have gotten away with a little bit of a step, but Gallagher finishes it off.
I got that as Gallagher's first 2 points of the game. I'm not
Back
sure.
the other way, Braxton Tanner, and it's an offensive foul against Braxton Tanner.
That's Braxton Tanner's first foul. He still has no points from the field.
And Springville has an opportunity here to tie or take their first lead of the night at 33-32 with a 3-pointer. They haven't shot a lot of threes tonight for Springville.
Now we see the true heart of this Maple Mountain team if they can withstand this run and still stay solid.
This is one of the runs we talked about at halftime that you have to make sure you keep Springville out of.
Exactly.
18 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Schreiner guarded by Dawson Hall.
That defense by Maple Mountain is stretched out wide.
They'll pull it out. Here's Hollinger. 7 on the clock. Schreiner puts it on the floor, goes to the hoop, and is fouled with 4 on the clock. And Marcus Cromanhook, I think, wanting an explanation as to what the foul was against. Schreiner an opportunity to shoot 2 to tie the game.
That's what happens when you guard someone tight out at half court. That screen that comes way out gives you a lot of room to run around. And if you get around your man and the switch doesn't happen at just the right time, you now have a step and can take it to the basket.
And Schreiner misses the first free throw at the line.
That's only 1 foul on Cromanhook.
Ethan Nelson looks like he's inching to get to the table, and Johnny Avery kind of grabs him and says, hey, wait 1 second here. Now Ethan Nelson to the table to check in.
I would tell Ethan Nelson, do what you do. Take it to the rim. Make him work.
A big free throw right there for Schreiner. Makes it a 1-point game. 4 seconds on the clock. Nelson will inbound. They'll put 2 guys in the backcourt here on Dawson Hall. That is going to be Dallin Packer and Ben Schreiner.
4 seconds left.
Here's Hall, 2.5 on the clock, going all the way, puts it up and left it short, and that will end the third quarter. We have a 1-point game here at Maple Mountain High School. It's Maple Mountain 32, Springville 31. It's anyone's game.
My heart can't take it.
We'll find out what happens next here on Spanish 417.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Oh, he makes it.
Well, Dave Boyack will be a happy guy tonight with taking the remote control car and
get off the court,
and jumping it over right now. And I think he's going to try it one more
He's got
time.
one more in him.
He's got one more.
Get up!
Oh, he got it. It was fun to see the official holding the basketball, just standing there watching, you know.
Yep.
Welcome back here to Maple Mountain High School. Start of the fourth quarter. Ryan Pickens alongside Jerry Huffman as we get set and ready to go. And it's anyone's game. 32-31 lead for Maple Mountain. Golden Eagle basketball. What's got to happen in the fourth quarter for each team to win, Jerry?
I think Maple Mountain needs to keep taking it to the basket. Stop settling for the three-point shots. And they made one, and it kind of hurt me because, you know, take it to the hole. Don't settle for that three-point shot. And if they make one, it just makes them shoot more. Take it to the hole, draw the defense, and then kick it out. Oh, and
a turnover to start it up. Oh. We've seen Springville start off really slow in that first half, but that third quarter, I should say, they all of a sudden got it going. And Jerry, when you take a look at this, now it really Springville's the one with the momentum. As the students are jumping. Everyone's excited right now.
It's tangible, and the Maple Mountain side, even with the lead, is quiet.
They're going to get a blocking foul, and I think that's Ethan Nelson.
His second.
So 7:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Maple Mountain, that's their 16th foul. Springville, and off the inbound, Erickson couldn't finish.
Get it, E. Nice rebound.
Erickson was given a gift there from Maple Mountain. They just couldn't convert. Hall the other way.
Good take. Good take. That's what I'm talking about. That's Dawson Hall's game. Take it to the big man.
34-31, 7 minutes to go. Here's Lipsy, drops it inside, then loses it. Out to Schreiner to tie. He can't get it to go.
Nice
Gallagher
hands.
lost it.
Nice hands by Ethan Nelson.
Here's Hales into the front court. He's got Nelson in the corner. Nelson puts it on the deck, kicks it up, off the corner to Hall.
Outside,
can't
short.
get it to go. That one goes out of bounds and will go to Springville here with 6:42 to go in the fourth quarter.
You know, Springville's completely willing to give them the outside shot with no contest. Take that shot, take it inside, maybe take a jumper from the elbow.
34-31. Here's Gallagher, goes right up Cromanhook, and that's going to be a block against Cromanhook.
That's his second. That's kind of a 50-50. Got to give him a place to come down, I guess.
The 17th foul. So Springville now, Jerry, and this is something that could be big. The Red Devils shooting free throws on fouls the rest of the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
Nathaniel Hales will get a breather. He's well deserved it as Logan Green will come in. Now a conversation right now.
They're just confirming one-on-one, 7 fouls. Sorry, 1-and-1, not one-on-one.
How that would change the game.
Exactly. Oh, that would be interesting. You get to go one-on-one for 2 points. I like that.
Gallagher able to hit the first, brings it back within 2.
That's his third point of the game. A big man that can shoot free throws. Rare.
Gallagher, second one is good as well. And Justin Snell wants a timeout.
So there will be no hack-a-shack at the end of this game. If Gallagher's shooting like that.
1 point game, 6:31 to go. Let's take a quick moment here. Let's thank our sponsors for making each and every broadcast possible.
We have Dickerson Automotive, Mikhail Christiansen and Wise, Two Jacks Pizza, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, Lance Wilson State Farm, Tony Basso Auto Group. And of course, as always, as you enjoy this broadcast, we invite you to follow our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to keep up with the latest shows, live broadcasts, and our FSS 17 staff. Just look for Spanish Fork 17. Man, I'm telling you, this is a great game. And if Maple Mountain could come out on top of this one, it would be a great boost going into the second half of region.
And that's big for Maple Mountain right now, Jerry. They're on the outside looking in at a potential playoff spot, and a win like this is big.
I mean, other than the Timpanogos game, they've been close in their Region 8 games. 5 points to Skyridge, and I think it was 3 points with Provo.
Playing competitive, and a couple of baskets go another way. They're in a lot different position in Region 8. That one's going to be thrown away. Here's Schreiner. A layup gives them the lead. Trailing from behind. He's fouled. Count it. They're going to wave it off, though. They're going to say the foul happened on the ground.
Good foul by Dawson Hall. Good foul. I thought he had all ball, but it was on the ground. So 1-1.
So Schreiner will head to the line, the Springville faithful, wanting the and one right there. But instead, they'll get a pretty good free throw shooter, Ben Schreiner, an opportunity to try to tie the game and to potentially take their first lead if he hits both. And he hits the first. We're now tied up at 34.
Now, he was missing his free throws in the first half, but he's all warmed up now. Like we said before, you can't keep a shooter down.
Maple Mountain scored the first 3 points of the ball game, and Springville has never led, and they won't lead yet, as Braxton Tanner pulls down the rebound. Logan Green ahead. Here's Ethan Nelson. Takes his spins. They wanted to travel, but it's blocked. Braxton Tanner this time, however, will get a foul.
Braxton Tanner. Way to take it inside. That's smart basketball. I think that's going to be on Erickson. Yeah, his third. With only 5 fouls. Only 5 fouls on
Braxton Tanner
the
misses
team.
the first.
Oh, Braxton Tanner. He was 100% from the line up until that point. All 6 of his points coming from free throws.
I don't know why I was thinking that was 4 on.
Because I think it was because it was on 12, and we thought 21.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I wrote mine down wrong too, but it is 3.
Okay, that makes sense. 35-34 lead for Maple Mountain.
So he made the second one.
Schreiner with the basketball, spins, now picked up on the double team, tried to find Erickson on the back cut, but couldn't get him.
Coleman Hook had his hand up, smart baskallball.
Hollinger, however, hits the free throw line jumper, and the first lead of the ball game now going right now to Springville, 36-35.
The stop and pop mid-range jumper, that's almost a lost art now in basketball.
Here's Ethan Nelson, number 23, controlling the basketball.
I was reading a report the other day on shooting that if your team shoots about 32% from the three-point line, as Ethan Nelson goes in, that it's more beneficial to shoot threes than it actually is to shoot 2-pointers.
The hard part is with that is
if you miss.
And there's Erickson who hits a big three to tie the ball game. And another timeout here with 4:54 to play in the fourth quarter. Springville now has their largest lead of the game at 2. And this has just been, Jerry, a back-and-forth game.
It has.
And really, Maple Mountain, however, has had a hard second half offensively. We've seen Springville take full advantage.
Exactly. Springville's completely willing to run. Maple Mountain needs to get back on defense. Make them play half-court defense where they can body them up, at least try and body them up inside. And then I hope with being down by 2, that Maple Mountain doesn't start trying to get it all in one shot. Again, three-pointers are nice, but take it inside, take it right to them. That has been successful all game. Keep doing that. And then take those, when they start collapsing on the inside, then kick it back out for the easy 3.
And that'll be something interesting to see, because Maple Mountain, when you take a look at this group, when you look at the fact that there's 3 seniors in the starting lineup, a lot of these guys have not seen significant varsity time in big games. Nathaniel Hales is a guy who came off the bench a lot last year.
Yeah, it was a senior-heavy team last year with the Splash Brothers.
We saw Dawson Hall quite a bit, but so playing a close game like this, you don't really know how Maple Mountain may react. Here's Hall going against Hollinger, runs it inside, goes up, and gets the roll and gets the tough kind of trick shot to tie it back up at 39.
Hall now in double digits.
Livesey to answer and hits.
Three-pointer by Livesey.
Springville by 3 inside. Here's Kromenhoek. He gets it to go.
Oh, this is a flurry.
1 point ball game. Justin Snell pointing to his head, trying to tell his players to play smart the rest of the way here with 4:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Gallagher got knocked away by Dawson Hall, but they're going to get him with a foul.
That's his third foul. I don't know, with 4 minutes and 9 seconds, do you take him out?
I don't know if you take him out with 3. If he picks up 4,
maybe save him for the last minute, 2 minutes. He's been all over the place, knocking the ball away. He's making a great play for MVP player of the game.
Gallagher misses the first.
It's a good foul, I guess, there.
At most now, Springville can increase the lead to 2. Gallagher's second is good. 43-41, 4:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Going around the screen, Dawson Hall will pull it back up top for Maple Mountain.
He had Braxton Tanner set up, isolated it in the paint.
Ethan Nelson, number 23, back up top. Here's Braxton Tanner. Hall ready to go. It's Nelson right now. Here's Nathaniel Hales. Puts it on the floor now. We'll pull it back out. 3:40 to go. Fourth quarter here at Maple Mountain. Springville leading by 2. Moving the basketball. Here's Hall. Maple Mountain being content right now.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of patience. Showing a lot of discipline for a young team.
Hall, I think, was kind of thought about shooting at Kromenhoek, calling for it in the corner. Here's Hales to the basket. Got it blocked by Gallagher.
He was waiting for that one.
And we're going to get, it looks like a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. A foul or a travel. It was a late whistle nonetheless. However,
that's going to be on.
I think it was a turnover, a carry or something. The Springville bench erupted right in front of us. Here's Braxton Tanner. Nonetheless, it's Maple Mountain basketball. 3:10 to go, fourth quarter. Hall will just dribble it out. Springville kind of looks like they're going to set into some kind of a 2-3 zone look right here. We haven't seen a lot of zone from the Red Devils tonight.
Yeah, it looks like they want to trap the corners. Maple Mountain is deadly for those three-pointers in the corner. I mean, that right there, that's Kromenhoek's shot.
Kromenhoek will pull back
in
out.
That corner, he's deadly.
Hales with the basketball. Here's Nelson. Braxton Tanner ties it with the 2.
That's the Braxton Tanner I know. His first field goal of the game.
Tied up at 43. 2:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hollinger inside Gallagher, but a nice job by Braxton Tanner to knock it away. And with 2:18 to go in the fourth quarter, it's a 43-43 game.
Yeah, they're collapsing on the inside, which they need to do against 6'7".
Hollinger looking to inbound and timeout Springville. The Red Devils want to talk.
So 30-second.
Interesting situation right now. If you're Springville and your head coach Justin Snell, what are you drawing up right now?
I'd say try and get it inside the 6'7". It's not there. When Maple Mountain collapses, kick it back out, shoot the easy 3. Try and find a shorter distance in the corner. But shoot, I'm telling you, Livesey has been lighting it up. He's got 3 3-pointers. Now, I mean, collapse in, but you better make sure you have a body on Livesey if you're on Maple Mountain.
Now, if you're head coach Johnny Avery, you have to be kind of pleased to a point. You don't like the fact that Springville got all the momentum back and took the lead, but you have to like some of the things that your young team's doing out there.
Oh, yeah. I'm very impressed with this Maple Mountain team this game. They're showing the heart of a champion. They want it. They want it bad. They actually know they need it.
Inside, Erickson gives Springville a 2-point lead right there. They had Lipsy all the way back in center court.
You know, that's the same inbound play that they almost had it in last time. Maple Mountain needs to adjust to that.
2 minutes to go. Dawson Hall pulls it out. 45-43. Hales, here's Hall for the lead. Short, rebounded by Maple Mountain, and it's Braxton Tanner gets the roll.
Tanner challenging the big man inside.
Back the other way, Nelson, and it's an offensive foul.
Ethan Nelson taking one for the team.
Beat up to the spot and just stood there.
The kid is smart. I mean, he's crafty. I saw that in football. He does what it takes to win the game. You know, if you've got an athletic body like that that's fast and long, having a brain to go with it, puts you on a different level. And that in a nutshell, that's Ethan Nelson.
And a heads-up play just to get to the spot and just stand there.
Yep.
Schreiner didn't have any time, by the way, to try to get out of the way. Maple Mountain opportunity to regain the lead. Minute and a half to play, fourth quarter. Here's Hall against Gallagher. Watch this matchup.
I like that. I've seen Gallagher guarding Hall a lot because it always ends up, the switch ends up that Gallagher's on Hall, and Hall has been abusing him.
Nelson to the basket, can't get the roll. Out of bounds, and it's going to be a foul, it looks like.
I think Ethan Nelson took a swing at it after the miss.
And now you're going to get
shots.
And now that puts Springville in the double bonus with a minute 11 to play in the fourth quarter.
And Gallagher has been, who's going to step to the line? They're going to have Erickson step to the line.
Aiden Erickson, not Gallagher, going to the free throw line. The interesting thing, Jerry, they have Gallagher all the way back.
Oh, yeah, they know
here.
Maple Mountain wants to run.
And so now Aiden Erickson goes to the line, needing to hit a couple of big free throws right here. 45-45, and Erickson hits the first. Ice in his veins right there to give Springville a 1-point lead. The second one for Erickson is good.
I'd be a ball of nerves up there.
On the road, tie game. Here's Braxton Tanner to tie. Elbow jumper is no good. The rebound is going to be controlled by Springville.
I like that shot by Braxton Tanner.
Here's Schreiner trying to go coast to coast. And he's thrown away. Schreiner in the backcourt, and a foul against Schreiner. And that's going to be, I believe, the fourth on Schreiner. That's, I believe, also the 17th foul.
Is that 4 on Schreiner? Wow. Coleman Hooks is standing on his business and as a screen, and then Schreiner just kind of grabs onto him as he goes around. That's a kind of a silly foul.
And now a big 1-and-1 at the line for Nathaniel Hales.
I think this is Hales' first time to the line this game.
He'll get one.
The big rebound for Farnsworth comes in. Kid got massive hands too.
46 seconds to play. Hales at the line. 1-and-1 here. The first one on its way is good.
Nice job. There's some more ice in the veins for Maple Mountain.
And now a chance here to tie with this one. The thing you have to be careful of is if he misses something here, it could change things a little bit. And Hales makes the second one. And Maple Mountain wants a timeout with 46 seconds to play. And now an interesting situation if you're Springville. Do you play for the final shot?
Ooh. That's a tough one. I don't know. They've been playing a good half-court defense, but good half-court offense. But I think Maple Mountain has got the better of them most time in the half-court set. So maybe play a 2-for-1, maybe get it up quick, or if you get an easy shot, then defend Maple Mountain down low, make them take a 3-point shot down there, and then have another opportunity. But shoot, I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
I like points.
It'll be interesting to see what Johnny Avert right now, as you see the Maple Mountain timeout there. You see 4 of the assistant coaches have a little chat, and then Johnny Avert in the huddle there having a conversation right now. But definitely a big situation in this. And right now, with the way that Lipsy's playing, the way Schreiner's been, there's really not one guy right now for Springville that you have to make sure this guy's guarded because
exactly. I mean, They've got so many weapons on the court. You just got to play the best defense you can and hope to get that rebound.
47-47, fourth quarter. 46 seconds on the game clock here.
Oh, they're coming out with a full court press. Golden Eagles have played great help defense this game.
Biggest thing you can't do for Maple Mountain, no foul. Here's Erickson. Over to Hollinger, who's doubled. He's got nowhere to go. And Springville, 10-second violation. The question is, Justin Snell was calling the timeout, but I don't think he got it before. It was very close.
If they give it to him, this crowd's going to go crazy.
I saw Justin Snell come out calling the timeout. I thought he got it, but
they're holding up to 10 seconds.
And now that changes things.
That does. I mean, now with 34 seconds, I'd hold for the last shot here. You're at home. Yeah.
Worst case, you play overtime. I mean, really.
Yeah, we're no stranger to that, and neither is Coach Averett.
Around the screen, a lot of contact there.
Went to a basketball game and a football game broke out. I like it.
Springville in the same position. You can't really foul right here. 14 seconds on the clock.
Farnsworth is in there on offense.
Hales with the basketball at the top.
He did a great job in the JV game. Let's see if he'll take that shot.
Inside. They got to get something off. Here's Nelson at the
hole. Oh, a block. A block by Schreiner.
Right now, and the whistle
blows. That's 5 on Schreiner, so it goes into Ethan Nelson has 2 shots, and if it goes to overtime, they'll be without Schreiner.
And now the big one here with 0.6 of a second right here. I'm kind of surprised they would take the whistle out.
Yeah, I know that. So, Ethan Nelson, crafty, like we said before, knows how to draw a foul, knows how to get in those situations. Let's see if he can capitalize on it right here.
You're really in a no-lose position if you're Maple Mountain, because if he misses, you don't win the game. But with 0.6 of a second, Springville's going to have to hit a three-quarter court shot.
Yep, and Schreiner is fouled out.
Cooper Riggs will check in right now, and they added some time. They there's 0.9 of a second, so you have a time, a couple of dribbles.
You can catch, turn and shoot,
right,
instead of just catch and shoot.
You maybe have a dribble, but. And now a timeout here. That is a call if you're Springville that you're probably going to take a look at in film, because that's a call there at the end of the game, Jerry, and that's one thing you and I have talked about before. It's a tough call to make as an official because the game is really in your hands.
But with bodies going to the floor, something's got to be called. It's a 50-50. I don't know if you let them play. I didn't have a good angle on it, so I couldn't see any hands in there.
And this is the thing that I've always wondered, and I've never been able to ask an official, but when you know the end of the game's coming up, it's not like if you're the official there, you're constantly looking up at the clock going, you can't do that. You have to watch what's going on. So how often do refs know?
Well, let's hope that ref has a date tonight and wants to get out of here. So that's all I can think. I'm okay with that.
Ethan Nelson going to the line. The Springville student section a little depleted right now.
Yeah, Maple Mountain, I don't think Maple Mountain's going to put anybody at the line, going to keep everybody back on defense.
It's going to be a 1-and-1, so if Nelson misses it, it's a live ball.
He wasn't shooting, huh?
It's a 1-and-1.
Oh, okay.
And Nelson got it.
Oh, yeah.
Maple Mountain leads by 1 with 0.9 of a second.
Ethan Nelson been stellar all game. Now with 7 points.
48-47. Nelson will miss the second on purpose. They ran the clock, though, before they touched the ball. They're going to have to put 0.9 of a second back on the clock. Home
field advantage, baby. Home field advantage.
And they'll give Springville the basketball, and Springville will call their final timeout here with 0.9 of a second. So you're probably trying to set a couple of screens and run some guy up to half court, right? And just throw it up.
Is this where you do Hoosiers picket fence?
I don't know.
Where do they inbound the ball on a...
They're going to inbound the ball from underneath the far side basket. You see Johnny Averett right now talking to the official. Biggest thing...
Well, since the clock didn't start, so they called the clock, it could make a difference on where that ball is placed.
They're going to inbound it as on your screen, you see where it starts to say Maple right around that M. I believe that's right where they're going to have to end out. If the officials there are having a conversation, but I believe it would be right around that M. And so
that would benefit Maple Mountain.
A couple of screens probably you have to be careful of. You have to watch any trailer going deep. We were here a few years ago when it was Timpview and Maple Mountain in a similar position, and Timpview made a full court pass, and I forget who it was for Timpview that shot it, but shot a turnaround three, fading out of bounds, and almost won the game.
Yep.
So be very careful here. Who are you going to right now?
Well, I would have went to Schreiner because he had that shot at the end of the first half that was barely off. I mean, he had good form, but hey, I'd go to Livesey on this one. Yeah, I'd definitely go to Livesey. He's had the hot hand from outside.
So Livesey's just at about half court on the top of your screen.
And one of the better defenders, look like Ethan Nelson, is going to drop back and guard him.
Biggest thing you can't do if you're Maple Mountain is foul. And that ball's up, intercepted. Braxton Tanner, and Maple Mountain will take a big victory here at home.
Anticlimactic for Springville. But either way, Maple Mountain 48-47 win to get to 2 and 3 in region, and Springville drops to 2 and 3 as well.
A very tough game to lose right now if you're Springville, because of the fact that you had all the momentum. Maple Mountain made just enough plays to win the ball.
And you know Springville's going through this line saying, hey, we'll see you again at our house. We'll see you again at our house.
That game ends the regular season similar to last year.
It does.
As the student section will come out. We'll take a break here on Spanish Fork 17. When we come back, we'll have the MVP Sports MVP of the game. You're watching high school basketball here on Spanish Fork 17. I'm very excited. Spanish Fork student section.
Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Come to Dickerson Automotive for all your car repair and maintenance needs. Now is a great time to make sure your car is ready for these cold winter months. We take the time to get to know you and your car to give you peace of mind. Dickerson Automotive, located way north on Main in Spanish Fork.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Well, I love it.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Party time. Excellent.
We welcome everybody back to Maple Mountain. I'm very excited. Jerry Huffman alongside myself, Ryan Pickens.
Anytime Maple Mountain beats Springville, I can be happy.
You can be happy. Jerry will be a happy man tonight. Maple Mountain comes out on top with a 48-47 win. Great to be with everybody once again here. And Jerry, let's go through this, because really, we talked about it early on, Maple Mountain having a lot of the early control in that first half.
Yes.
And really, it looked like there for a while, Maple Mountain was a run away from really breaking it wide open.
Yeah, I mean, one of the keys to the game, keep them under 60 points. Maple Mountain kept them under 50, kept it close at the end, and what happens? Hey, they come out with a win. I'm right sometimes, not often, but I'll take this one.
And so definitely one of those things. Third quarter, however, we talked about it at halftime. We saw Springville all of a sudden wake up.
Yep.
And
well, Maple Mountain was settling for deep three-pointers. I'm talking past NBA three. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's a young team, but that's when Coach Averitt brings them in and smacks the back of the head and says, hey, what got us here. Taking it inside and then kicking it out.
And so definitely one of those big turning points. Middle of the fourth quarter, Springville takes their first lead of the ball game. It's their first lead. They hadn't led, and all of a sudden, you just saw something that seemed like at Maple Mountain and said, "Wait a second here. You guys have all the momentum. No, this is our home court. We want this more."
You know, Springville had the tangible momentum all the third quarter and a lot of the fourth, and then it started to swing back to Maple Mountain at the end of the game, and just enough that they could eke out this win. It's crazy.
It's a definite big win for Maple Mountain. They have the opportunity now, Jerry. That gets them, I believe, to 2-3 in region.
It does.
That now puts them maybe in a springboard going into that second half of region to maybe come out with those wins against Provo and Sky Ridge and some of those other teams and try to see if they can get a little bit further up. This is a far better team, Jerry, than their record indicates.
Yeah, they can't overlook Wasatch, who they play at home on February 2nd, next Friday. They cannot overlook Wasatch because they need that win to get above 50-50 for region and take that momentum into the harder part of that second half.
It will be a big start to the second half of the season for Maple Mountain. Let's go ahead and let's talk tonight's MVP Sports, MVP of the game, Ethan Nelson. The MVP Sports Player of the game. And you talked about it, Jerry. He played an all-around good game tonight, attacked the basket, got the points, got I don't know how many rebounds, and really did a great job tonight.
Yeah, he was the X factor in this game. He played defense, he took the charges, he took it into the basket, he got the key rebounds, drew the key fouls, and just an all-around multi-tool in the toolbox for Maple Mountain tonight. And then very end of the game, hit that final free throw to win the ball game.
Definitely one of those moments for sure. It'd be interesting to ask him, what were you thinking when you went to the free throw line, knowing if I miss this, they have a shot to win and we go to overtime.
I know exactly.
Or a shot to end it.
Ethan would say, "Come on, coach. You knew I had that." That's exactly what he would say. The kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
We want to remind you, our next live broadcast here on Spanish Fork 17, no live broadcast this Friday. But, Jerry, we get to head to Timpanogos.
Oh, that's going to be a tough game.
Up there in North Orem against the T-Wolves. That will be a big one. Timpanogos right now making a big push for the Region 8 championship.
Oh, yeah. I expect them to be first in region, but if Maple Mountain can take that one, man, that would be great.
Well, they're shutting the lights off, so I think that's a sign for us to probably get going. But nonetheless, we want to remind you can catch replays of this game on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. And we will see everybody next Friday night. For my partner, Jerry Huffman, for our entire crew here at Maple Mountain High School, tonight, Maple Mountain comes out on top over Springville, 48-47. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next Friday night from Timpanogos High School, where Maple Mountain tries to pull off an upset over the top team in Region 8.